Just feel the ground with your feet. Just gently float up through the head, sink down with the sitting bones, make some space in your shoulders, make some space in your elbows and in the wrists. Gently breathe in and out. So I did see the Cascubas at the weekend. So yeah, I've got a few very good weekends coming up. So I did a couple of weeks ago, I was at that meditation day. It was very interesting with Christina Feldman and, oh, I can't remember his name, the bloke. Very, very, very good. And then the weekend just gone, I was with Corella and Eva Cascuba, and we did have a short look at middle winding and also quite a few other things. So I'm quite pleased about that. I've got another half-day meditation retreat this coming Saturday. So again, if I learn anything new that I can pass on, I will of course do that. But at the moment, we're feeling the feet. So you want the feet parallel or slightly out. You want to soften the knee. If I just show you my knee, the knee is soft and pointing where the toes point. Yeah, I have got some more shorts to come, because then you can see if you can see the knees and line up with the toes, it's easier to follow. Relax the shoulders, float up through the head, and while you're breathing in and breathing out, just create some internal space in all your joints, all up and down the spine, with your mind's eye. And create some, just the jaw, where the jaw hinges, there's quite a lot of muscles there. And you just want to, again, create some space and soften the muscles in the jaw. Gently draw in the toes so that you're activating the arches of the foot, and just feel that you've got lots of room in the body. Sink the hips, sink the hips. Really feel that lovely ground. Okay, we'll start with some loosening. We'll just go through the loosening exercises. It's a little bit cold. It was a bit cold and damp outside this morning when I was out there in the drizzle doing my Tai Chi, thinking, oh. And so we'll just ease ourselves into what we are doing. You know, take your time, stay relaxed but focused, and paying attention to what you are noticing. There's one of the take-home points, having spent a whole day getting confused by Carell, was about the embodiment of what you're doing. So there's this attention that you're paying as you're moving, and really getting inside the movement. Yeah, it was a good day. So relax around the arms, and really relax here, really relax there. Relax the lower back around here. You want to feel that this area The Ming Men area in the back is open. And you're floating up through the crown of the head. Your chin is gently resting on an imaginary ball, so the chin isn't too far forwards and it's not too far back. You're relaxing around the arms. And tall through the body. Keep breathing. Now really sink your hips, and as you sink your hips, notice the contact with your feet in the ground. Keep breathing some more. That's it. So tall through the head. Relax around the jaw again. Okay, shake it out a bit. So just use this to tune in to right to the fingertips, and also tune in to the ends of your toes. I wonder why they don't call them toe tips. If you've got finger tips, surely you should have. Oh well, it's not very logical language. So sink down, lengthen, and just tune into the natural springs of the body. So you've got your spring in your spine, your springs in your legs, and your springs in your arms. And we're just springing, and again we've got the warm bread rolls under our arms. We're letting go in the lower back, we're lengthening, and you want to really feel this solid connection to the ground in your feet. So and then expand your hands a bit more. So make your hands feel nice and roomy. So you've got a lot of space. And just sink the shoulders. And we're breathing. So I also saw Eva on Monday, and we were having a look at sort of stroking the beard exercise, which was just really fun, and I really enjoyed it. So we're going to do that here. So fresh from Monday and fresh from Saturday stuff. I'll just show you that from the side, just so my arms are slightly in front of the centre line, and I'm also keeping my shoulders, I'm keeping them down. Okay, now turn the palms up, and we're breathing and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. And taking it easy. So feeling this long feeling along the spine and the muscles either side, running along the spine, letting them go, and then change. And we're breathing and relaxing. And check your posture. Really pay attention to the contact between the ground and your feet. Just line yourselves up. Oh, we're just, oh. Okay, and then the Barry McGinley's version. So I'll just demonstrate that first because we don't always do this one. So you make a fist, hold the fist up in the air, and then you let go. And as the arm goes behind, there's a slight. If you see the heels come off the floor slightly. And we just do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. It's very, very good. So Barry says you do 40 of those, and I recently saw footage of him doing pull-ups from the water on this planky thing because they'd been swimming and doing that. So, you know, oh, it's very athletic, but this is one of his. It's good. It's a good exercise. It does slowly build up your shoulder muscles. It's quite a good one. Okay, just feel the ground under the feet. Sink your hips. Now, before we do Master Chung's, the one I learnt from Master Chung, really let go in your shoulder joint and just think of being very free and very loose and having space in your main joints along the arm and right to the fingers. So we just check we're lined up correctly and then breathing. Very good. And we're doing our turn in the waist. Relax the shoulders. and then change. So we'll do wobbling, and shake out. So you might need to use a wall for this next one. We'll do Carell's character building leg exercise. So you lift up your foot. I'll actually show it from the diagonal because you'll be able to see my leg a bit better. So I'll go forwards and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can have your hands out for balance if you want. 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch the leg out and then foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then give that leg a shake and give the other leg a shake. And then we better do the other side. So we did do a lot of we did a few standing on one leg exercises on Saturday. It was quite good fun. So you can just make sure you're sunk and this leg is slightly bent, and then you lengthen and get your alignment and get your hips level. And then when you lift up, it should be a bit easier to stand on one leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we did the just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's okay to put your foot on the floor for balance. You know, if you can keep it off the floor all the time, that's great, but if you can't, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Line up. 6, 7, 8. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the other thing we did was we just balanced on one leg and shut our eyes, and that is very strange because you start wobbling around. So when you're at home, you can just see how long you just find yourself having the eyes shut and standing on one leg. Eva reckons if you practice every day, do this every day, it's quite, yeah, I'm better on one leg than the other. So we also did that. So we had our eyes shut and standing on one leg. It's very strange. Okay, so you can practice that one at home. Nice and relaxed, nice and tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So a few weeks ago I asked Simon Hannah about necks, because this time of year you can get stiff in the neck, you can get stiff in the back, and I said, you know, what's your take on keeping the neck mobile? And he said if you improve the mobility in your shoulder joint, that actually makes your neck more mobile. If you don't do the shoulders and you just do the neck, then it won't work. So I thought that was very good. So hands on the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Fab. Shake out. Okay, and then we'll do this one. I'll come a bit closer. So again, we had a little look at this on the Saturday, and I wasn't far off. So I was very pleased to see that. So yeah, you don't need to see the top of my head. It's the arm and the shoulder. So I turn towards the arm, and then it's almost like water running down. It just kind of. So we'll just do that for a bit, and then we'll add to it, because we're getting this. 5, 6. So you want to keep it really relaxed. Here's from the side. 8, 9, 10, and feel it right to the fingertips. But it's quite tricky getting that really relaxed feeling in the arms. Okay, try a few with the other hand. So I turn towards, and then I turn away. I turn towards, I turn away. I'm keeping this solid connection. I'll go back a bit. Keeping this solid connection through the feet. Turning my waist, sinking, releasing in the lower back. You want to release round here as you float up through the crown of the head. And really let go in that shoulder. And then try it with the, I'm not so good at this one, but you're folding here and stretching here. And then when you do it the other side, you fold there and stretch. So it's like this, and then you, so it becomes more three-dimensional. Don't worry if you haven't quite got it. So this is what we did fresh from Saturday, but it's quite a nice release for that. It's almost like you're coiling a spring up, and it's a good one. It's a good one for the back, actually, as long as you don't overdo it too much. Do check the video out after. Okay, give that a rest. We don't want to do too many reps because it's an unusual movement. So we'll just go nice and slow. So you start, you go towards, then you go away, and then you fold here. And for some reason, I'm finding my left side easier than the right. And really let the arm go. So you want to disperse any possible tension as best as you can. And we're breathing. And then you can that will fox you. Right, we'll keep working towards that. Just shake out. We'll let that cook for another week. Carell's confusion exercise, but it's it was what we were doing was we were doing it with like a footwork. So we'd get to here, and then we'd turn round, and then we'd do a few, and then we'd turn round, which was a bit weird. And I'm still working on that, so I can't really tell you more than that at the moment. I'll go away and and play with it and then go and ask Corel, what were you actually doing? But it felt really, when he did it, it just looked really great what he did. But it starts with this movement, and you can feel it doing useful things in your body. So it's all getting the you know, like when we're doing this, it's all getting the body all moving together and all connected. You know, very, very useful, very useful. Okay, dragon serves teacups. So we'll spend a bit of time on this one. You can take a slightly wider stance. I've got a wider stance because then you can see it better, but actually you can just do it here. So whoever was doing this one, very, very small. So we'll start with a big one and then we'll do it smaller and then see what the difference. We start here. So remember, little finger on the tummy, thumb on the back as a way in, but then eventually you don't need to touch the so ever likes to get you to actually physically touch the body when you're doing things, and then once you've got that, then you don't need to touch. You can just do it without needing to touch. It's quite a nice way of teaching because then it does help improve your body awareness, which is quite useful for things like balance. And so dragon serves teacups. 1. We'll just do 10 because we're doing 2 versions. 2, 3. That's much smoother. Yeah. 4. So I think the shoulder opening. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now come in a bit. Now we'll do a baby version. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I like this better than the big version. 5. I can feel it doing really nice things to my shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So feel the connections between the foot and the waist and the arms. Now make an even smaller one. Make it really, really small. I'll just demonstrate from the diagonal. So small as you can, really small. We'll do 10 more. Ready and go. There you go. Yeah. So something else to play with. Okay, so we did stroking the beard. So what you do with this one, you just bring the arms around and then you just stroke. And she said, actually touch your cheeks, and then I'll show you that from the diagonal. So we come around and stroke the beard. That's it. And one more. Great. And then she had stroke the big beard. So I'll show you stroke the big beard. So you come round like what we did, but you stroke all the way down. Like you see it in some of those old Chinese kung fu movies, and there's the master and he has these amazing sleeves and usually this massive long kind of straggly beard that goes all the way down with like white hair and a white beard. Amazing. So you can imagine you've got the big robes on and you just And they all sound like, when they dub it, they all sound like they're from Birmingham for some reason. It's very strange, but anyway, got a big long beard. This is another good one for the arms. And one more. Lovely, lovely. Okay, a little shake out. Yeah, let's So in no particular order. Do some silk reeling. So try and turn less. Sink the hips. So really feel that connection with your feet and the ground. So you're feeling what the ground is saying to you almost through the feet. So the more aware you are of the feet, I mean, you don't have to put all your attention on it, but if you're kind of aware of what you're sensing through the feet, it does improve your balance. So feel it when you do the open, and also feel the close. And as you do the close, feel what's happening with your back. I'll just show you that from the back. So as I close, I actually feel my back open slightly. Very good. Fabulous. Yeah. Okay, one more time. That was so good. We better stop that one because, you know, you don't want to mess with perfection. Okay, so. Yeah, this is one of Eva's. So you come in like that and then out. There's a little bit more to it than this, but this will do for now. One more time each side. And then, there we go. Fabulous. Very good. Okay, now we'll do the big version of the coiling silk. So you're actually, when I did this with Eva on Monday, this is fresh from Monday, we actually touched the sides of the body. And the first one is you come up the sides of the body, and then you come over and down the middle, and I'm actually physically touching that line, that centre line in my body. And then there's some knee stuff going on as well. So you go up and down, and then also eventually pay attention to what your elbows are doing, but just start with a basic movement first. And then once you've been doing the movement for a few times, then you start noticing what's going on. And show that from the side. So come up and down. Okay, now we're going the other direction. So you come up through the middle, over and down along the sides, and you actually feel your sides. So I didn't actually ask Ever, why is this a good thing to do? Because, you know, but I guess you work out why by doing it. But it's quite useful because then you know where your hands are supposed to be, the directions and stuff. It's good for your kinesthetic awareness. Let's keep going. And relax, shake out. Small version. So we do one at a time and then we do both. 3, 4. So you want to relax the wrists. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other direction. 1, 2. So one direction seems easier than the other. It's just one of those things. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So coiling silk. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then if you just go like this, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you turn towards and turn away. 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll just do 8 for this one, and then the other side. So you start towards, you turn away. Okay, and together. 1, and keep the arm light. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. 2, 3. Don't worry about, you know, getting this perfect. 4, 5. It's very good for the brain, confusing it. 6, 7, 8. So eventually this hand becomes very small, and then you can. Right, we'll keep perfecting it. Oh, grab some water. Water break. And we'll have a look at the middle winding next, and then we'll do some form actually. Yeah, it'd be nice to do a bit of the form. So Simon says, keep hydrated. Very good. And what I do, because of the from a sort of Chinese medicine perspective, and also Barry mentioned it when I was in his class last week. I tend to drink warm drinks most of the time. I do drink cold water sometimes and cold drinks, but I prefer warm drinks because that's better for you, for your stomach, apparently, according to Chinese medicine. But I don't know that much about. But when I trained with Master Chung, he always had a thermos flask with just hot water in, and he'd have 1 cup for him and 1 cup for me. And then when I train with him, we'd be sipping hot water every now and then. And I think it might, you know, it might be a cultural thing, but it was nice. He had really, really nice green teas as well. He had some lovely, lovely teas when I was around his. Now, rule 5: know when it's tea time. Okay, so middle winding. Just have a look. I think this is pretty close to what they were doing on Saturday. So I'll do it in slow motion. So it's like this. And then this comes slightly forwards. If you see it from the, actually I'll show it from the side view. So this comes slightly forwards, and then it's almost like when we were doing those these sorts of exercises. There's a roundedness in the arms that I hadn't really noticed before Saturday when I was doing it, but it could just have been the way they were playing it on Saturday. So I'll show you. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will have a look. There's loads and loads of different versions of this. So as this comes forward, this comes back. This is how I'm doing it at the moment, but I mean, one thing I really love about the Cascubas is that they tend to change things all the time. So it does mean that you are constantly playing catch up with them. So I've trained with some teachers, and they just do it the same way every single time for like decades and decades, and that's good too. So right, I'll try and do it facing that way. Maybe you won't be able to see the arms as well, but you should be able to see what's happening in the body. Let's just give it a go. Middle winding. Yeah, there's a timing thing. They've changed the timing slightly, which is why mine might be slightly off. But yeah. Okay, I've worked something out. So there's a lot more kind of merging. So this arm moves first, then this arm. So the arm came from here, and then it goes back. It's a bit like if you take, like if you're doing your cooking and you got you know, while they're still in the supermarket, your bag of pasta. And then you take the bag of pasta out the shelf and then pour out how much you need. And then what you do is you put the bag of pasta back in the shelf in exactly the same place where you found it. Otherwise, you won't be able to find it when you want to eat pasta again. It's the same kind of thing. There you go. So you're here. So this hand wants to go back to where you found it. But before you do that, this hand has to go forwards. Then it goes back. And then, there you go. If that didn't help at all, just completely ignore what I just said. It's fine. There we are. We just go 1, 2, 3. So before they were a lot more. They kind of differentiated the stages more clearly, but he's done something to the timing. So and from the back, just as incomprehensible. Great. So the thing is, even if you haven't quite got the movement, you can feel it doing really good things for your synapses in your brain, eh? You know, I mean, this is. Okay, we'll let that cook for another week. Good effort, everybody. So yeah, just a bit of reassurance. When I did my training with Simon Hanna, if you do things with both hands at the same time, different things with both hands at the same time, you're actually exercising both hemispheres of the brain. So even if you're doing a variation of this movement, you're still exercising both hemispheres. So your IQ is still going to go up, and so is your balance, even if it's not quite the same tune, you know. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, we'll leave 3 circles, because no, let's do 3 circles. So fresh from last night. So I went to last night's class as well. 3 circles. So it goes 1, 2, 3. That's like a little comma at the ends. 1. You turn the waist. 2, 3. There is a very good video of the 3 circles at the Swaffham Prior Village Hall Tai Chi bit. I really miss that hall. So this is where we normally, you know, 12:30 on a Thursday, we're normally in the hall. So we're just keeping it warm online for when we can return. But it's a good, because obviously Mike was using a nice camera rather than my laptop camera. It's actually quite clear to see the 3 circles. So 1, 2, 3. So you want to relax the shoulders. You want to relax the shoulders and just feel the waist turning, and you're very, very light and open in the hands. It's all connected, very connected, very soft. Now eventually the turning movement and the arm movements all become smaller and more subtle, but you just have to be where you're at, really. We're just great. Okay, right, let's change the mood a bit. Now, my mirror self doing it on the other side, it's not working this morning. I tried to do it on the other side when I was doing my morning practice, and it just, so I'm going to have to do it facing away so I'm all in the same direction as everybody. Yeah, hopefully next week it will be back online, but I'm fine teaching mirror side when I'm doing the 24 step, but I think because Chen's a harder form, it's harder to do it in the other direction. It's just a bit, yeah, it's just where I'm at the moment. So I'll show you, yeah. So we're stepping out, we're doing this that way, step with your left foot, bring the hands round, put the foot down, show you from the side, open. Now when you raise the right hand, the left hand comes down slightly, and then you do your stamp. Actually, I'm going to bring this down a bit because I don't think I lift up too high. So we'll just move that down slightly. You should be able to get the feet more. Then you turn, open, right hand underneath, left hand on top, step, lazily tying coat, into single whip. Right, I will mirror for that one. I can mirror for that one. So you end up like this. Okay, we'll just go to there. Yeah. So you start with closed stance. We'll see. Sink the hips, lengthen through the spine. Breathe in and out. And then you step out. Weight 50-50. So you're going to your left first and then your right. I will, yeah. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and begin. So, oh, I can mirror now. Oh, good. So you go to your left. Now you go to your right. Now turn out the right foot to the corner and put it down and sink the weight into that right leg. I will turn around. Step with the left leg. Toes up. Bring the hands around, toes down. Sink forward. So you're like this. This is a right angle. It's a right angle. Turn to the side wall. Open the arms. Turn to the front. Go into cat stance with your right foot. Bring the right hand underneath. Like this. Then you put the hand on, fist on top. Then raise and stomp. Turn, turn, turn. Weight into the left foot. Step out with the right foot. Turn, bring your hand to the hip, push to the corner. So you've got 60% of the weight in your right foot. Turn to the left, stretch, release the stretch. Bring the left hand to the right hand. Down. This is like you've got a shot put in, and then you push the shot put to the corner. Your left foot and knee is pointing to the front wall. You're facing the corner. You're pushing to the corner. The right knee and toes is more towards the corner. Close the fist. Bring that over the top and punch. I'll show you. Can I do it that side? No. I can do it that side though. No. Left cat stance. Step, heel toe. sink, single whip. Bring the right hand to the left. Bring the right hand to the left. Then bring both hands together. Bring both hands together. Down. Up. Down. Now this time turn the left foot out and you're in that right angle shape. Open. Step back with your left foot, push out with the right hand. Right cat stance. Turn, turn. Oh, brilliant. Right crane spreads its wings, so you like this. Okay. Right. Let's do that again, and then we better step and begin. Float the arms up, float the arms down. Turn, turn. Step. Lazily tying coat. 6 sealing and 4 closings. Single whip. Circling the arms. 1. Second time, turn the right foot in, turn the left foot out. Open. Step back with the left foot. Right cat stance, cross the hands. Right crane spreads its wings. Now we carry on. That way, that way. Okay, we just go up to white crane actually. Yeah. And we'll go through that one more time. And open. Get yourself nicely set up. We'll go back a little bit. Softly gazing forward, listen behind. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. And begin. Opening. Left side, right side. Turn in the foot. Step forward with the left foot. Open. Go back a bit because the window is in the way. Release. Show you that from the side. Raise the knee, push down with the left hand, and Buddha's guardian warrior pounds the mortar, or Jing Dao pounds the mortar. Lazily tying coat, 6 sealing, 4 closings, single whip. Circling the arms once. Circle the arms. Second time, turn the right foot in, turn the left foot out. Guardian Warrior pounds the mortar, or Jing Dong pounds the mortar. Little turn, push as you pull back, cross the hands. You're in the right cat stance. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I thought I'd gone a bit wrong. You're in left cat stance for the last bit. Good. Yeah. Okay, we'll do a little bit more on that next week. So what happens if I just show you from the diagonal, left cat stance, that comes there, like, and then you have diagonal posture. Raise the knee, and then you step forward 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now this is where you wish you had a bigger room. And then you do diagonal posture again. 1, 2, 3. Then it goes to punch with right hand. So, yeah, I'm having to do it the correct side for me. And then end of the first section. So we'll have a look at the stepping. 1, 2, 3. This bit as a separate entity next week, and then what we'll do the week after, we'll try and do the whole of the first section in tiny spaces that we've got. So what you do when you're in a smaller space, you just increase the space in your body and your mind, and then it doesn't matter how much space you've got. And obviously, like, you might need to step back a bit so you can go forwards and do your 3. You'll need to adapt it in order to what space you've got in it. But it's nice to do a bit of form work. Okay, let's go nice and tall. Check your posture. Yeah, so I snuck the form in. And I will be picking Eva's brains on the silk reeling exercises. She's very good at explaining them, actually, much better than her husband. I mean, he's an amazing practitioner, but she knows how to break things down into stupid person language, so it's very handy. very, very good. So yeah, very good, everyone. That's looking much smoother. And okay. Embrace the tiger return to the mountain. So just breathe in, breathe out. So, you know, do feel free to stay for the next half hour. We went through the punching. So on Saturday. So that is what we shall be doing. But nice, slow, gentle punching. One more time. Fabulous. Nice and tall. Feel the ground under your feet. And we'll look extra young this afternoon. So we're smoothing out our face. We're getting that all lovely and smooth. And fab. Rub the hands together and give your lower back a rub. Oh, marvellous. Just check your posture. So you want to feel that you've got lots of space and that you're owning your space and you've got a good connection to the ground. And nice and relaxed around the jaw as well. You know, lots of room. Fabulous. Okay, and then make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together, and bow. Well done, everyone. I'll try and do the mirroring a bit better. Yeah, my brain, yeah, left, right stuff, nightmare. Anyway, well done everybody, that's great. And yeah, okay, we'll have a short water break and we'll do punching. Any questions? Well, oh, all this concentration, it makes you thirsty. So, at least I hope I've been recording. Oh, I am. Brilliant. Oh, sometimes I forget. I was in Ely, my Keep Active Ely in the sports centre, and I'd actually forgotten to press record. So they only got a 40-minute thing up on YouTube, but never mind. So the punching, actually, I will bring that down a bit because we're not lifting up. I'm not lifting my arm up high enough. It'd be better if you can see the feet. Oh, that's better, isn't it? So this mechanic, and you keep in each one, you keep the knee from going forward too much. So it's 50-50, 70-30 to 50-50. And while you're doing that hand, Carell, yeah, just relax a sec. Carell was getting us to focus more on the hand that was moving back. He said, focus more on the hand that's moving back. So that's what, and then when you're doing the front punch, so it's the swinging and the turning of the waist that's generating the power. And it's like you've got a string between your fists that you stretch, snap, it snaps. So what you can do is do some really, really slow ones, and I change my posture when my body tells me it's time to change. So the other thing when you're doing this bit is you want to make sure that your knee remains in line with the toes all the time, because you want to protect your joints. And then just do some really slow light ones, and then what you do once you've done a few of these is you want to imagine that there's a string and it snaps. So you kind of go slow, 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 and then snap. Slow, 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 snap the thing. So just when it feels like boom. The other way of practicing is to get to there and then do these little 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're getting this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's where the bouncing comes in. Oh, we've not done that for a while. Yeah, let's do the bouncing and then we'll come back to that because it might help. So we did this for ages, for years, and then what happens is there's a circular, if you look at the shape, look at the line of what my arms are doing, circular with the hands, and then there's the springs in both legs. So not just the back leg, the front leg is springing, and then you're doing this circular movement, and then they do it with the fists. And you know, it's a tool through the spine. And then try it on the other side. You'll notice it kind of works your leg muscles. So I've got most of my weight in this leg. This leg's just hanging there. It's just on a very light cat stance. So there's no way I could even do it on one leg. But I need that. That's for my balance, really. Because if you do it on one leg, it's hard to keep balance. Where if you have the foot resting in a very gentle cat stance, it's easier to keep. Okay, now boom, try that now. So there's this bouncy thing. 1, 2, 3. So snap 3 strings, both sides. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that was the jab or the front hand. Now with the back hand, you step and then it almost comes out to the side. When Corel did it walking, he actually his body would be facing that way and the arm would be sticking out almost at like a right angle. That's not how you'd punch if you was in boxercise or in my Friday morning and Tuesday afternoon class. When we do the cross, we have it more in the hook. But for the purposes of getting the movement dynamics and exploring the movement dynamics, you might want to just have the arm out a bit more like that. But that isn't how you'd actually, you know, if I went and then eventually I have the arm more forward, but just for now. So you step out, turn, now push your back foot and the toes into the ground like you're digging the toes and ball of the foot in, and then just extend that, and then you want to lengthen along the spine, and then this hand goes back. So we'll do it in slow motion. And then step, and we'll just do a little slow motion punchy walk. 3. So there's no need to hurry, really. We just want to get the movement structurally as correct as we can. So I've got the laptop lid down a little, just so you can really focus on what's happening in the feet. So we'll assume we've done actually we'll throw the jab in as well, because that pulls that shoulder back, which then causes a stretch for when you release. Poof. So see if you can connect that. Oh, that was it. On Saturday, Corel said connect what's happening in the hand with the ball of the foot and the toes. So you want to feel there's a line. There's a line all the way down the body. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. And don't punch the wall, because you will lose. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So in sort of conventional boxing and savate, the front hand is your jabbing hand. So that's the hand you jab, and the back hand is the cross hand. It's called jab cross. So we're going to do very, very slow jab cross. So, you know, if you were fighting a very sleepy snail, this is how you jab, cross. So we'll do it in slow motion, and then we'll try it a bit quicker, just because it can get a bit too... It's actually quite nice to let rip sometimes with a... Yeah, don't damage the bookshelf. I'm glad I was relaxed then. That would have hurt. Not been having much luck with bookshelves recently. Managed to, while my glasses were off, bash my head against one, picking something up in the corner. So just But you've got to pay attention when you're moving, is the moral to that story. Okay, so now what we can do is we can go a little bit quicker. Now we've got the basic movement. Probably best if you just do 2 lots. 1, 2, then you've definitely got more room and you're not going to be working any walls or bookshelves. 1, 2. 1, 2. And notice when you're doing this, what you want is this sort of panoramic attention. So you're not just focusing on what your arms are doing, you want to feel the effect that what you're doing in your arms is having on the rest of your body, rather than going right, you know, and getting too focused. It's more getting this general focus. Bit like if I'm out stewarding at the Cambridge Photo Festival, I'm kind of there and I've got my t-shirt on and my rainbow hat, and then what you do is you're, as well as, say I'm talking to one of the people, one of the festival goers, at the same time as I'm talking to them, I'm aware in my peripheral vision and also what I can hear, because sometimes, you know, something happens and then you have to go and intervene. So it's about having this general awareness of your environment and also what you're feeling in the whole of the body. So it's not just the arms, it's not just the foot, it's the relationship all the way through the body. That's what we were looking at, I guess, on the Saturday, you know, how things relate to each other. So when I'm doing this, I'm not just feeling it in the arms, but that's something that develops with time. So let's do a few more of the slightly faster ones. Jab, cross, jab, cross. And I'm just doing 2 to save me damaging the wall. Like that. Really close, and it's being recorded as well. You don't really breaking my hand live on camera. Fabulous. I'll try it from the front. Jab, cross, jab, cross. So I'm keeping it all nice and relaxed. So I'm not in a hurry, even though I'm going a little bit faster. And you want to, it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's try this one. 1, 2. So this one, the uppercut, it's like a steering wheel. Like a steering wheel. So it goes boom, boom. And we're breathing. Fabulous. 1, 2. 1, 2. So, and you can do it slow. So when you're doing it slow, you're noticing what you're feeling in your body. And then boom, boom. Okay. Slow. And quick. And then yeah, the punchy walk. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I've only got room for 2. So I punch on the opposite hand to foot. So you're 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Sort of walking like that and getting the arms going. 1, 2. What? 1, 2, 3. I think you probably can do it on the same arm. Yeah, you can. But I prefer it on the opposite. So just see what you come up with. And watch out for walls. Don't damage the walls. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Right. So that was punching. Yeah, we'll do, okay, I'm going to have to move this. So the chopping we didn't do on Saturday, but I was thinking about it. So it's the similar kind of thing. So there's the horizontal chop, horizontal and vertical chop, and then there's the diagonal chop. Whew. That way, that way, that way, and then at the same time you can an upwards diagonal chop. I'm not so hot on the chops, actually. Carell doesn't really do the chops as much as he does the punches, but it's quite a nice one. So that's another one. So eventually what happens is you do that in your fighting dance. We call it fighting dance. So we've got the health dance, just to kind of where you're just moving naturally, and whatever feels correct, that's what you do. And we've got this, I'll show that in a bit. And then you can also, then it becomes a fighting dance where you can do little kicks, you do little slaps, you can put some chops in and do your fighting dance. It's quite, yeah, let's give it a go now. We'll perfect it so you can do some punches, whatever you want, and you just move around, little kicks, and keep the feet closer together. So it's like fencing basketball. So you're very light on the feet. You can do this one. So we've done it before, the yo-yos. That way. You can go in the other direction, but this is just the way in. So imagine a big beach ball. Then what you do is you have grapefruit. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Or raspberry. So that's when you. So we did a little bit on the footwork. I'll move this back down again. So you've got that, dom, 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 and then you can also do this. So you momentarily go into one direction and then you move. Momentarily go into another direction and you move. Momentarily go forward, you go back. Momentarily go back, you go forward. Just try it. And then, so when I'm exploring the footwork like this, I prefer to keep the hands really simple. Otherwise it just gets too much. I think this is called Motsabu footwork in the Mandarin. I'll ask Eva because they know the words. So 1, 2, 3. This one's relatively easy. 3, and you can go backwards. 1, 2, 3. Big ones. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you can just change direction and then do different things. So forwards and back. Health dance. So you can just move around and just see where you're going. Really, you can spin. Make the arms big. And the important thing is you're just paying, your body is moving your arms. So it's quite good. I quite like it. Okay, right, let's go and do ping tray chili. So just get it. So it's the same mechanics as when you're doing the punching. It's a slight intent with the. So it's good to do when you've been doing active stuff. It's good to do something a little bit more calming and then lifting water. Sink the hips. Keep breathing. Feel it right to the ends of the fingers. Try it on the other side, lifting water. So you get into a good cat stance and you come 50-50, 70-30. 50-50, 70-30. Breathing, very good. And breathing some more. Shake it. Sink down. And just and then embrace a tiger. Return to the mountain. Just stand for a moment. So just notice your body. Relaxing the lower back, sink the hips, sink the shoulders, lengthen through the spine. Follow the breath. Listen behind and above. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together, and good.